Hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode of Lost in Random. Yeah, okay. Just making sure my mic was recording. I think the last time I recorded, I had a couple throat catches, and then I coughed, and then I was like, that's weird. I'm not getting sick, which that does happen a lot, but then turns out 2 days after the last episode when I recorded it, I lost my voice. I kind of talk all day. It's still there a little bit. But I have my water. I have my tea. And I'm ready to go. So I hope you are too. Let's get right into it. We're about to go into, I forget what it's called. Nostalgium? We'll find out in a second. So I don't remember if I talked about the fact that I've been playing Pokemon a lot. Probably weird to talk about another game while playing a game. Combat. Oh. Not expecting that right off the bat. Oh, he ran from me. So yeah, probably strange to talk about another game while playing another game. 12-3. Oh, because I already had enough to do 3. I thought I rolled a 2. Oh, that's right. It gives me 2 now. I forgot that I have that now. I'm sorry. Guess a little overkill, but that's fine. And there's a lot of things that are great about the game. And there's just so much that is not. It's unfortunate. I still played it. I still played it a lot, so. Disappointed in a lot of ways. Oh, his attack. Oh, I got stuck in a corner. His attacks are a little different. It would be good to get used to that. I did not expect the whole spin. But yeah, I'm mostly disappointed more than anything. Just because when I see, even going back and playing Breath of the Wild, I thought I hit B. I did not. Oh, bollocks. I really gotta get used to that spin. I think this is the lowest I've ever been. It's very, got too aggressive. Oh, yeah, I need better potions, though. I didn't even know there was a guy up there with a gun. Yeah, because playing Breath of the Wild, that was their first open world game. And yeah, there's issues with it. But I didn't have the performance issues with it. I know some people did, but I didn't. So, I don't know. I expected a lot more out of it. I'm very disappointed in the total outcome. But the problem is, and I know people have talked about this, but guys, I probably should just stick with curse. Because this guy up here. Oh, hello. So yeah, I don't know. I just expected more out of it. I think the overall world design is pretty bad. It feels very empty. It feels very barren. There's not a lot going out in the world. Just the world feels very empty, other than Pokemon. You know, there's Pokemon there. Is the Crystal Course worth it? Yeah, sure. So it just, there's no massive forest to explore. The cave systems feel small. I don't know. So the way they have it to traverse, like, it's cool to have the right Pokemon, but even with the right Pokemon, and even with like the climbing that you eventually get, sorry if you don't know, you get climbing with your right Pokemon. It still feels very, just very empty, very not welcoming to exploring. Only a half of it. Oh, because he has the other half. So, overall, just disappointed in what they did. For the amount of money that they have, they could have made one of the best games on the Switch ever. And it has a lot of ups for sure, but I feel like even when you take away the performance issues, I don't know, how much money do I have? I didn't notice it. We'll just talk to Manny. So it just feels, and don't I still enjoy the game. I have like 150 hours in it. I mean, which is obviously part of the problem, but how interesting. I don't know I will particularly use any of these right now, but we'll get this. I probably can get another pack, but I'm probably not going to. I'll probably get another pack, but I probably won't have enough to buy what's in the other pack. I want weapon, but I also feel like I need defense. Because I need, like, better potions. Defense. Okay, yeah, that works. We'll get those, actually, too. Yep, super elixir. And we'll grab these. And then 200. Oh, well, I will have enough to buy probably at least one thing. I could buy something I will never use. I don't like Natalie's Bell. Not a fan of it. We'll get this, because I feel like this down the road will be very good. And then weapon. we got more bow ones, which isn't bad. And then we got this, the Spirit of the Ruined. And that's all. I'll probably switch this out for the hammer, because the hammer. Now I got to buy another hammer. The hammer is definitely very strong, but still, I feel like a little too costly to really commit on right now. So we'll get this and customize the deck again. So yeah, once you even take away all the performance issues and everything, the problem is you still are left with a game that isn't great. And I think that's the problem. Like, people are like, oh, the lags, the performance, and I feel like it's completely overshadowed everything else the Pokemon games are lacking for it being like their first open world game. Because there's no dense forest. There was, I feel like there was better open world design in Arceus, a non-full open world game, than there was in Violet and Scarlet, if that makes sense. Blink is good. Is there anything else I want to put in right now? I don't think so. I almost might get rid of one blink and put another bubble in for defense. I feel like he can make a better deck, but that's good enough for me right now. Because the world is just so lacking. We'll take a little detour on our way back to the Duke. Because it does feel so empty. Like, if you're not... Oh.
You're burning daylight even. And I don't think I like what I see.
Did not expect this. Is he trying to rush me? We have a deal. That wasn't it at all. We have a deal, Shadow Man. Still wasn't it.
Indeed we do. But you'd better. The boy is growing cold in here.
Ending war takes time, Shadow Man. That was terrible. Oh boy. I know. I'm still enjoying this, and I'm still very excited to be playing this and to be recording it, because I do enjoy doing this a lot. But I just beat Scarlet finally, and I'm halfway through Violet because I was taking my time exploring everything, and I'm just very enraged by that. Like, low-key enraged, not crazy outraged, if that makes sense. Ending a war takes time, Shadow Man.
Let's hope it's time you have, young even.
Damn, fire in your belly and keep them warm then, damn it. Cause like there's... And I'm going back the other way now. It's just... It's really disappointing. Like, I'd rather them have not done an open world game, because I think it would have been better. I think it would have been overall more enjoyable. Ooh, over here. There, can it go before? Oh, it goes back over here.
To get an invincibility potion, are you? Well, you've come to the wrong place.
Oh. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, we can go over here now too. Oh, well, we'll get back to the Duke. Oh. Well, this is a fun little area. For the glory, that's what war gives you, kid. It's the only way to get it. I'm gonna make a name for myself. All three town will never forget the name Pippikins. I don't know why that last name wants to give me so much trouble. Oh, dicey. Right on, little guy. What do you mean, Mr. Pipkins? Used to work for my dad as a cobbler. But now I'll use those skills to cobble together glory. Which side are you fighting on? Everyone says there's only one triple who's in the right in this war, but nobody agrees on who it is. I've talked to most people here in the trenches, and you know what the result was? Three-way tie. So I'm kinda stuck. But wait a second, your single vote could break the deadlock. You tell me, who should I fight for? Do I join the Baroness Iron Armies? The Count's insane strike force? The Duke's troops who are better fed than any others? Please help me. Can I say none? Yeah, don't fight for just... Now I'm doing the same voice for... Don't fight for just anyone. Fight for Pip. Fight for Pip? Pip, we all know how to find out... Oh my god, I keep wanting to go back to that terrible voice. That's barely different than mine. Pip, we all have to find our own path in life. I don't know what yours is, but I know mine. That's not at all. And I bet you love someone too, just like I do. The truth is, they can't love you back if you died in some pointless war. Wow. Forget the triplets, fight for Pip. The Pip you want to be. That was incredible. You just changed my life in one conversation. That's power, kid. And I'm gonna go home and think about other ways to get glory. And I promise you, the next time you hear the name Pipkins, you're gonna like what you hear. Thanks for your help. You've really given me purpose. Come on, can I go in here? No, of course not. I'll say this. Talking to a strange kid really paid off for me today. My destiny is my choice, and I've chosen it. Thanks for your extremely persuasive suggestions. You're welcome, Pipkins. Oh, he's drunk. Are you okay? Hope he's asleep. Good.
I'm never better. I'm gonna die in battle soon, and I did feel bad about it. But now I feel fine about it.
Is there any way I can help?
Nah, kid, I'm feeling no pain these days.
Which ship side are you on?
They're all the same side in the end.
Okay. Speak it.
Now, shoot! Shoot! Now, shoot! Shoot!
Okay. Oh, okay. So P. Yeah, so the fact that there's no real forest, cave systems to traverse. Oh, this looks like a puzzle.
Now there's the face of a girl who wants to trade cards. And I got good news for you.
Well, there's one of the girls. Can't get her to her yet, though. Unless I roll that dice. But I won't yet. So that's what the puzzle's for. I'm assuming it's just shoot these as fast as possible, right? Or do I need to stand on this while I shoot it? Or is this just why? Oh, no, that's a timer. Oop. That wasn't too bad. I'm not sure how many more we probably have left. Guess we'll have to go back. I really thought there's gonna be something more to find. So she's the one in the trenches. I can actually go by him. Oh, that's not him, is it? So yeah, just to finish the tangent that I was going on without constantly interrupting, so we can just focus on the game. Like I was saying, the fact the world feels barren not only because of the lack of how like the world's ecosystem and terrain and everything is designed, because when you try to travel, like if they had made a rolling and jump possible for your character, not just you as your ride Pokemon, that would have helped. A roll 2 could have helped with some of the issues with like how you traverse, but then there's a lot of areas that you just like until you get towards the end of the game and you can climb with your ride Pokemon, you can go through those areas and traverse them, and it's fine to have that to be like a key to get to certain areas and stuff like that. But it's another where you can get to those areas, but you have to take a single path. So what's the point of, simplifying some of those? You should just be able to somewhat climb without your ride Pokemon or without that riding ability. I don't know if that's making sense. But the traversing could be much better. The way the glide feature works for your ride Pokemon also, I think it's lame that you can only go so far and then it just stops. I think that really limits the fun and enjoyment and stuff you can do with your ride Pokemon. I'm sure there's a reasoning for that to try to kind of limit your access, but it feels like for it being open world, they try to limit your access too much, if that makes sense. And then there's a lot of areas is basically just open hills and fields and cliffs. The ruins are really small and minuscule. The whole world just feels really small because of the way it's designed. And it really feels like they could have done a lot more with it. They could have done better with it. The fact that like you only have basically the towns you stop to and there's no houses anywhere else other than like your own house and then Nemona's house is so strange. There, like, you would think that there would be other houses. They could have done route waypoints. Like you could go around the building, or you could go in the building and, you know, talk to the person or whatever. I know there's no bicycles, so there'd be no right point of doing like any kind of bicycle areas. But they could have put a ranch out there, and maybe they have Pokemon, but you can't catch those Pokemon. Like it has a bunch of Mareep and Tauros and Mudspray and like stalls and stuff, and it's like an actual ranch, and you can't catch those Pokemon, but it makes the world feel more full and alive. And there's just so many things that are like that it's just lacking. And the closest thing it has to forest, like a tag tree thicket, and then what's the other one I can't think of, it still feels so empty overall that it's awful. And it just would have been really cool if they had done more with a lot of those areas. It just feels so empty. And then they could have I know a lot of people complain about the water Pokemon trying to catch them because they're always going in the water. It would have been so cool if they had allowed you to go under the water. Even if it was a very limited amount, but to do that, have underwater cave, have underwater ruins, have the ruins be bigger, more going on with them. It feels barren in so many ways. And it's very unfortunate that it is lacking in that way. And then another thing that felt kind of... I didn't expect, because I recently beat the game, so I beat the Elite Four not that long ago. And beating the Elite Four was different. You battle them basically all in the same battle area, battlefield. And I thought that was really lame because it's a big building, so there's no reason why you don't keep going forward and battle them in like their own area that fits like their Pokemon battling style, preference, Pokemon typing, something like that. That's more typical of the Pokemon games, because that's a lot more cool. It's a lot more fun, I feel like. So I thought that was kind of lame. The fact that you can't go into any of the buildings, and a lot of people you can't even talk to, like most NPCs in the game, you cannot talk to, and I don't like that. The fact that you can't enter the building and talk to people on them and visit them also makes the game just feel very, very empty. It just feels like, for a game with all the performance issues that there are, it's like, I know video games and making video games is extremely hard, but I'd rather them have taken another 2 years and make a fully fleshed out, full living, breathing world that just felt great to explore. We are constantly finding more stuff. I mean, Skyrim is on the Switch, and even Skyrim on the Switch, and honestly, I think looks better. And like, Skyrim's a game, you will find new things constantly. Breath of the Wild, people are finding new things in the game and about the game as they play it still. That's not going to happen with these games. It's not going to happen with Violet and Scarlet. And it's unfortunate because they could have done so much more. And I wish they would have taken the time and put the work in to do it. I know their team's incredibly small, but they have the money, they have the resources. They could have made something truly spectacular, and I just feel like they missed the mark horribly on it. And I'm still glad to see the Pokemon franchise move forward, especially in the game genre, and advancing and making something more. But there's nothing wrong with a Pokemon game not being open world, and if they aren't equipped to that, or to meet like that level of game, just make a much bigger story game. You can just do big open world games. They could, like Sword and Shield, but even Sword and Shield, they could do much better than that too. I thought the story was pretty good until I got to the end. The ending kind of ruined the game for me, personally. I'm not sure if that's how a lot of people feel about it because I've been avoiding what people are saying about it. But I mean, I'll end my rant and tangent there. It's a long enough of a rant and tangent. Disappointing. I feel like Pokemon's really dropped the ball on a lot of things lately. I think they did it with the anime. You know, they had the Kalos arc with Ash, which may be their best anime arc they've ever done. They did a great job with it. They really stepped up in that. And then personally, I feel like they basically ruined Ash as a character. I grew up with Ash. So maybe that's part of the issues. I'm holding too much on the older Ash. But I personally feel that they ruined his character. And Alola, it started there where they just absolutely butchered Ash. And I can understand, you know, 25 years with Ash and saying, you know, it's time to move forward. And they could have, I mean, they're the biggest franchise I think it is of all time. They could have been doing spin-off shows, big spin-off anime shows, and they would have done totally fine. And they could have been doing that too and stuck with Ash for as long as they wanted to, if they really wanted to. But I get wanting to move forward and end that chapter, especially after 25 years. But the way they did it, I feel like it really started in Alola, and they drove the stake through his heart and journeys. But Alola particularly is just bad. The animation style, it's just so bad. The story, the way it works. I don't want to start any wars, and I want to keep playing the game. But he was champion before Alola. He won the Orange League, which was an actual historied league championship. It actually had history, was ongoing, was, you know, had been around for a long time. The one in Alola was brand new. I wouldn't even count it as an official league. It didn't really have the same traditional format as a lot of the tournaments and championship leagues had. He beat a lot of people that he basically already beat more than once throughout the show, and then he became champion. For me, that Orange League counts way more than Alola does. But I don't think it's wrong that he won it. I'm not saying that. I just think the deal, how much of a deal they made out of it, as if it was this glorious, amazing thing, his first ever champion ever. It was not his first ever championship. And I'd rather have seen him do a more historied, storied league and win that championship than win Alola and have that be like his first official championship. Like his league win. I think that would have been so much better for like his character and his character's growth and the story of who Ash is. And then Journeys, like as soon as it started, people were already like, clearly they're going to replace Ash with Go, right? And I didn't think they were going to replace Ash with Go, because Go clearly is very much like, I think that's why his name is Go, because he's basically the offspring of Pokemon Go, and Pokemon has kind of openly mocked Pokemon Go, and they seem to have a really big love-hate relationship with them. Like even in these new games, they constantly are mocking Pokemon Go, and I understand that, because like Pokemon Go is fun in its own way, but it is very different, and it does break a lot of the traditional Pokemon like rules and standards, especially when it comes to catching Pokemon and everything, evolution, stuff like that. So that's fine, and that's totally fine for them to have, you know, they have lots of spin-off games and stuff. But the fact that they make fun of it in their new games, I think, really shows and depicts that love-hate relationship with him. So I knew Go was never going to be like the new character. But you could tell right away, like, they are planning on ending Ash's anime journey. Because he was getting Pokemon and battling in a lot of ways a lot different than he typically does. And I think that is that's where they drove the final stake into Ash. Instead of like allowing him to catch new Pokemon, become strong, form the bonds, and overcome difficulties in Ash's unique battle style way, they were just like, we're going to give you Pokemon that people wish you had a long time ago, that are fan favorites, that are strong, that make sense to you to have, for you to win, and it's going to result in you beating everyone because you're going to have like the right team to win now, basically. And they kind of just really set him up to be victorious of a championship, which I tried to watch Journey, I couldn't watch it, so I'm not entirely sure like how like the champion of like the best who set it up and stuff. But as far as what I've heard and read, it's not an official anything. Like, if anything, it's like it's basically almost held by like a company, you know. It's like a regular tournament. So, and then he didn't. There's trainers that we did not see, that he did not battle, that are considered the best. They put in a good portion of those. They set it up so that he, you know, feed us the nostalgia of seeing all the old characters and old regions and stuff like that. And they just, it was a fan service to end him. So I'd rather have seen them do a long arc, whether it was Paldea or Galar, whether either one, and then he could have went through, traveled with companions. They could have fed the nostalgia with other companions. They could have done the fan service still. He could have collected badges. He could have won the tournament and then actually faced the Elite Four of that region. And then they could have introduced something new, because you know, we've never done it in a game where like there's a point, but they could have introduced something more where it's like, you know, you beat the Elite Four, you beat the champion, you have the right to battle against the other champions, like automatically, or something like that. And there could have been like a Champions League or something like that, and he could have done that and then beat those trainers through that, and the other Elite Four members through that. And on the way, I mean, I saw someone say that we know his grandfather and father were both failures and are just hiding, but we don't know that for sure. Everything I've know and read, like, we don't know that for sure, just that he has set out on a journey similar, and people think he failed, and that's why Ash has never seen, or his mother has never seen him again. But it would have been so cool to have seen, like, his father did become one of the best, and there's some reason why he hasn't been able to get back to them. Like, maybe he recently became, like, one of the #1 champions, where he felt like he could show himself again, and he has, like, an obligation to, you know, defend that seat or something like that before he can leave. Like, that's part of his obligation or something. Or maybe he was going too soon and then saw Ash competing and battling and was getting closer and closer to him, so he decided to wait, you know, something along that lines. And maybe even Ori started talking to his mom again, but to have that connection with his dad happen through that journey, to kind of just tie all of his story pieces that you could really have up, it would have been really sweet, I think, and it would have been genuine and really good. And now I've been rambling for 10 minutes standing in the same spot. I'll have to put a ramble warning when I get here. I just feel like they could have done it a lot better, and it could have been really good. and really sweet and a tearjerker. And they could have fixed the animation style in it and did something better, because it looks like they're going to be using traditional but better quality animation style for the new series that's coming out anyways next year. So it just would have been something super cool. So I don't consider Ash the best. I don't think he's become the best yet. I don't know if he would ever say he's a Pokemon master either, to be honest, because that's not really Ash to be like, I become a Pokemon master. But I would have liked to see him do it in his own way, his own style. The one we've learned, because it really just feels like he was like, you know what? If I'm going to be the best, I just need a battle like the best, instead of using his unique style to overcome and become the best. Because he was close with his own style, so why would you stop now? I don't know. Maybe I'm a nitpicker. It makes me sad. I just wish they would have ended his story better, and I just feel like they didn't do right by him. But let's continue.
Welcome to Warriors Training! Way better than that calm breathing, fella! Let's begin by chugging a pint of Zupa juice!
Okay.
That's what I like to hear! Now that our thirst has been sated, let's carefully stretch things out! Warriors protect their joints! Now for axe training! Swing wide! Imagine you're chopping down a tree.
Do you even have any?
You're chopping down an enemy. Imagine you're chopping down a friend. You just murdered your friend with an axe.
Oh
You're a warrior.
I think this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Warriors don't think, they war. That's why it's called Warrior. Now we're working on our battle cries. We need to scream so that our enemies know that we're here! So they can be afraid and they die of fear! Can you scream hard enough to make strangers die?
Wow. Now, roar!
Yes! Finally, let's focus on our motivation! Do warriors need motivation? No! Motivation is for actors! But they do need battle zone inspirations! So think of who you're fighting for. Is it glory? No! Is it one of the triplets? No! You're fighting for war! Because war needs warriors, and warriors need war! So every war you war yourself into is a new war for warriors! Have I said war enough that the word war no longer has any war meaning?
I'm not sure which one to say, honestly. Yes, roar.
War!
War.
War!
It's just gonna go like this forever.
Even wondered what she'd been caught up in. Oh, but at least she felt motivated.
That concludes Warriors Workout!
I just thought that was hilarious.
Yes! Yes!
Do a bigger one? That's adorable. Oh, this looks like a battle too. Oh, I suppose. Well, that looks like the Duke. Really looks like if I walk out here, I'm gonna end up in another battle.
The Baroness lived atop Wildcard Hill, a training ground for war, and a home to warriors. It was not a place for children. But then again, thought even. What part of Threedom was?
We will backtrack now, though. Oh, I thought I hit B in time. Oh. I really press B, but sometimes you just don't press it fast enough. Or, well, there's that little, like, just it doesn't work. Yeah, let's use all four. Double up on the sword. And get the bow. Oh. Two. Get the bubble. Should I switch to the spear? Yeah, let's... I could also just do double crystals. Nah, I want to use the spear. I just want to check it out. We'll keep this, though. Wow. Fast. Now it's your turn, Mr. Gunman. Well, I'll roll first. The spear's fun, though. We'll save this. Oh, my controller lost connection. That was weird. Didn't actually lose connection. It just... I've never had that happen before. I rambled for too long. I'm sorry. But we'll do Crystal Curse. Oh, am I battling up to her? Wasn't quite what I was planning. Ooh, should I double up on the spear? How many can we do? 2? Yeah, and then we'll do poison. Keep that though. Oh, that's fun. Oh, hello, big man. Oh, hello, other spear dudes. Oh. I made a bad decision. I do that sometimes. I guess I should probably heal. Ooh, that was close. Oh. Got trapped on a wall. Only one. We'll do poison. Oh, I was trying to hit B. I thought that was going to be enough. That should be enough. Bubble. What the heck? I guess I'll throw my dice. I feel like he's the only one left, so I was gonna not, but... This... Bubble... Sword... What I just got? Oh, I did not click the sword, did I? Oh my goodness. Well, that was the last one anyway. I thought I clicked the sword. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Guess I wasn't. Well, we definitely haven't made as much progress. Yeah, but we're not going to go talk to her yet. There's many decks again. Another path blocked. So we'll do a little backtracking. You got a little overboard there. I remember, I thought I saw a ladder. Maybe I'm crazy. I might have just, maybe I read that there was a ladder somewhere, and I just thought it was going to be right here. Well, let's go turn this into the Duke before we do anything. I don't know if we've talked to what's her face yet about any of them either. She wanted to hear about them. Or maybe we did. Maybe we went back and talked to her about Count, but not the Duke. We're in there already.
Oi, oi, Matty Dex
And
here,
ducks.
card enthusiast and living store at your service.
Alright. That was a little detour. Not too terrible, though. Alright, talk to you. Oh, you just got a blue glow for no reason. Okay.
You're very welcome, little lady.
You want just a slight bob at the end, child.
He's
It's
blocking
always
there.
so unseemly when a lady goes down
Talk to
too
her.
far and then
Yeah,
snaps
so
her head
we'll
off
just
like
give him
a
this and see
drift bird.
what happens.
Oh, is that what I think it is? Yes, yes, this is the piece. And don't I look dashing? It was my pre-wig period, mind you, but well, wait a minute. We're all sitting in his lap, but that means Daddy loved us all equally?
It sure does. Excuse me. A little burp. You promised to give me something to help spark Nishka's memory.
Ah, well, I suppose I did, even if the painting was a disappointment. Here, have this worthless thing, worth a fortune to a commoner like you, and I'll hardly notice its absence. And don't let anyone say the nobility isn't as kind as it is cake-filled.
It's not.
With a memento of the Duke in her hands.
Oh, he gave me the portrait. Oh. The family portrait the dude asked for, but in the end rejected. Surely this will help Nishka remember. Yeah, I would think so. So that's what the king looks like. I wonder if he is actually dead or not, though. I said because the puppy got up and I thought he was going to go do something, but he actually just went over to my dog Luna and curled up next to her and got comfy. It's super cute. If you don't mind, I am going to pull my phone out and take a quick picture because I am puppy sitting again. I feel like every time I record lately, I've been puppy sitting. My other dog's looking at me like, yeah, you would take a picture of this, wouldn't you? I try to take her picture, and she knows, and she will often, now she's looking at me, she knows I'm talking about her, will literally try to avoid it on purpose because she knows. She's sassy, got a little sass. She's a good girl, though.
Was one step closer to being able to trigger Nishka's memories of that fateful night.
Oh yeah, we should run this to Nishka and talk to the other lady. How are we doing? 3 out of 8 cards, 2 out of 6 side quests. Oh yeah, I could have been looking at the map this whole time. What the heck am I thinking? So we're here. So well, that's where we just were. It was Wildcard Hill, which is being blocked from that side. So there is a. Is that? I don't know if we can get over there, but unless that's the lady we have to talk to. Okay. What's the blue dot mean? Is that anything? Or is that just where? I don't think that's anything. I hope he doesn't go potty. He woke up. He moved from his comfort spot. I don't like that. Now Luna's gonna go check on him. Hopefully he doesn't go potty. I feel like he should be out potty out. He could just be hungry. It's their dinner time here. Well, let's go talk to Nishka and then the counting lady. I feel like that'll be a good ending point for this video. I know I went on a long ramble. We should have got much further than we did. Go this way. It's so hot in my office. There's like no good airflow over here. Well, over here in my office where I record. Just looking for a ladder. I feel like there was a ladder. Guess not. I guess I'm just insane. I guess this is quite the little hike back now. Is there a ladder, maybe? I know where one of the sisters is, and I can't get to her yet. Yeah, I know I went on a little bit of a tangent, so we didn't progress as far as we should have. I'm so sorry for that, but it was on my mind, and I was streaming right after it was on my mind, so sorry. I can't get over there yet. I went down this way yet? Yes, I did. Oh, there was a much quicker way back. I took the long way. Oh, I haven't. Well, I did the count first, so I've met the count.
You have? Describe him to me.
Bandages. Yeah, I feel like this one's probably the best one. He pursues not getting assassinated with an intensity that could dim out the sun. But I gotta admit, he makes it work.
Terrific. Thank you. The more I know about him, the more I can build an accurate, predictive model of his behavior.
I feel like I'm getting worse at like reading and like trying to do her voice. I don't know how that's happened. I've met the Duke.
You have? Describe him to me.
He's soft and coddle, and I'm amazed he has lasted as long as he has, but he inspires loyalty. I don't think he really inspires it. They feel like they can't leave. So I feel like this is the most true one. Well, that probably is too, but he wants to experience every aspect of life to the fullest, and I honestly can't fault him for that. But he is lazy.
Duke. Thanks. All this information helps my strategies become even more unstoppable.
I'll continue my quest.
Terrific.
Yeah, when she wanted to, once I realized she wanted to like know more about them,
Terrific.
I thought maybe she was the one who assassinated the king, because I don't know who to expect that, and she worked closely with him, as well. But now I'm wondering, she's not missing a finger. Ishka's missing a whole friggin' hand. I'm trying to think who else it would be. I don't think the Shadow Man would have, because he wouldn't kill the king right to start a war. I don't think he was missing a finger either. I feel like the only person that probably has something to gain from it is the queen, but I don't think the queen would do it herself. Maybe Nanny Fortuna? But I'm not... Well, we'll find out.
What were we talking about again?
I should check to see if she's missing any fingers next time I see her. I've been to the Duke. He gave me this portrait.
Oh, that portrait of the children, the triplets, and their father, their poor father, the king, killed while he, I can't remember. I need more objects to jog my poor memory.
I'll be back with more objects for you, Nishka.
Do I need objects?
Oh, Nishka. Yeah, so we'll stop this one here. This will be about an hour, ish, I think. And then I'm gonna do another recording, because it's almost Christmas. Not to date this. I really don't think it's too big of a deal to date them, but I know a lot of people say that's bad, so I'll try not to. But I did already, so too late. It's almost Christmas. The day after Christmas, I'm gonna go get my fiance. She's coming out here for a little bit. So I want to try to get as much recording as I can done this week. I'm hoping to get I want to get at least enough videos to have 2 videos still every week for the whole month of January, but I want to try to get it all done this week. It's not terrible. I mean, it's only, well, I have recorded up until this Friday, which is the day before Christmas Eve. This will be Monday's video. So I really only need... boy. I know for sure plus the 31st. So to be safe, I'd want to record at least 10 videos. Because I also want time, because obviously I'm going to have to bring her back, and then I need time to be able to record again. So 10 to 12 videos. I'm going to aim for 12 because I feel like more is going to be better. Just so it's not so bad. And eventually, if things I'm enjoying it a lot. And if things are going well and I'm able to record more and also get better at recording and making videos and the editing, really the editing's, well, I don't want to put out a ton of videos slightly edited like I've been, because I want to up the quality, but we'll see. I might go for more a week as well, but I'm still really enjoying this, and I'm really glad anyone who's watching for joining me along on this adventure. My working theory is, now that I've said it, I'm thinking maybe Nanny Fortuna. I don't know if she's missing a finger though. I could go back and watch one of my videos and see in one of the earlier scenes if she's missing a finger or not. Because I don't think the queen's missing any fingers. I don't think the queen would get her hands dirty doing it herself at this point. So maybe it's Nanny Fortuna who did the assassination. Unless it was the sister, she's missing a finger. I don't think I even looked at his hand to see if he's missing a finger. Probably. I guess I should probably go look at the Duke's hand too at some point. On our way back, maybe we'll swing through the Duke just to look at his hands, like kind of creepy. But I'm thinking maybe Nanny Fortuna, because she, you know, plus the strategist is working for the queen. Probably, I don't know if she said Nanny Fortuna, so I don't think she's working directly for Nanny Fortuna. I think, unless she did say that, and then I'm sorry, then I guess she is, but. Either way, working for the queen, and she wants more information on the twins. But we also know that the king had his own giant robot, which I doubt the queen would have gave to him. So it's very possible that he had that, and that was a power he had to kind of like keep this kingdom safe from the queen. So it would make sense maybe for him to be assassinated. But maybe he's in prison. Maybe he's not even dead. But that would be a neat little twist, I think, especially to end it. Unless the triplets can't come together. But so that's my working theory right now, is maybe Nanny Fortuna is involved somehow. Yeah. I have another idea, but I don't want to go too far. My fiance yells at me all the time because I'll watch things and I'll be like, oh, it's this, or I think it's this. And then on a big range, she always like, you always spoil it, you're always ruining it. Not like that, but she's always telling me that I'm thinking too much about it. So try not to delve too much. But let me know who you think assassinated the king and the comments. And if you like this, like it and subscribe if you want to see more, because I'm going to keep doing this. Make sure you turn on that bell so you get the notification for the new uploads. Again, I really appreciate it. I now have rambled again for another 5 minutes. I'm sorry. Guess I'm in a talking mood. Hopefully the next one goes smoother. But seriously, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.